The NASDAQ rips higher while the S&P's left behind. Can it catch up? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so for the last few weeks, we've been saying that if the market is going to be bullish and we're looking at new all-time highs, then the NASDAQ would have to outperform the S&P 500, and it has done so again yesterday as it ripped higher to new highs into that 22,000 area we've been talking about, while the ES was left behind to trade basically sideways for the day. Now, the question is, can the S&P catch up? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, as always, before we jump into the other charts, we are going to check out our indicator. If you're new to the channel, we have built a custom indicator, and really what we're seeing is that the swing trading is crushing and the day trading is doing very well also. We show it every day. We show the results, and today I'm going to show you something really cool. So if you've already seen it, no problem. Still check it out because there's something new in there I think you're really going to like. All right, now let's jump into the chart and take a look. So first, if you're not aware of what this is, we have built a trading view indicator. It is called IWJ Pivot Point Pro. You can see it right here. It is, you do need a trading view account to use it. We are in trading view here. We are on the 5-minute SPY chart, the S&P 500 derivative chart. And what we're looking at here is our trading results for the day. They had a little bit of a slow day because when the ES and the NQ are not in step, in other words, the NQ is ripping higher while the ES really isn't, you don't get those unified entries that give you the more cohesive trading that you're looking for. So not a ton of action today, but I'm going to show you something pretty cool besides that. So we did get a sell here, and it did rip down. This was a nice winner to the low of the day, and then came back up, and then they chopped around here, and the only other entry we got was this sell right here, and it missed being a winner by pennies. We had our first take. We always have our first take at 20% profit. We were about 3 cents off of it right there, and it bounced away from us and stopped us out. So that one kind of stunk. It was technically right, but didn't quite hit the number we were looking for, and ended up becoming a stop out, which isn't fun, but always happens. You know, that's part of the trading game. Now, what I want to show you that's pretty cool is we've talked about swing trading the S&P 500, but you might be saying, Jake, what about things like Bitcoin or Nvidia or something like that? Well, let's check that out. Let's go to the weekly chart, and then we're going to go to Bitcoin. So here we are on the weekly Bitcoin chart, and all you have to do is make a simple adjustment in the indicator in order to use it with another stock. So you come over here, you go to your IWJ Pivot Point Pro, and you hit your settings, and you need to change both of these to the stock that you're on. So and remember, so before you change those, remember this is what you need for the SPY, ES and NQ, okay? But then you just click on this and you change it to Bitcoin on both. So both of them need to say Bitcoin. And that will update the chart with the proper stops. And you can see over here at around 9,000, you got a sell signal. They brought it all the way down to 3,400. So you saved 6,000 in Bitcoin right there. You got a buy signal right here at around 6,000. They ran it up to 11,000. So you were able to double your money there. And remember, when we swing trade, guys, once you see the stop, so you have a short, right, sell, and you see a sell stop, that means continuation of the trend. So that means get long, right? You got long here on this continuation stop at about 12,000, and they rode it all the way up to 58,000 before you got out. So more than 4 times your money on that move. Then they told you to sell. Here you got a short stop, so you got long again from about 46,000 up to 65, so another 20,000 win. Then you got this sell here that rode all the way down to 32,000. So you got the sell up here at 60,000 down to 30. So if you shorted or took profit, you got your price cut in half. You could get back in on this buy signal right here at 34,000, all the way back up to 68,000, where they told you to short again. You did. You got long. You got a long stop, so you got short again here. You rode it all the way down. All these long stops are continuation, so you just get back short. This buy goes from 17,000 up to 30,000, so that doubled your money. You come over here, and then this buy got you from 28,000 to 48,000, so another 20,000 in Bitcoin gain. And then from 42,000, you got to ride it all the way up to the peak at 73. It told you to sell again. Told you to buy over here at 59. You got stopped out, so continuation till you got to this buy at 57,000, and you doubled your money again. It absolutely crushed Bitcoin. What about a power stock like Nvidia? Let's look at NVIDIA and see how it does on the weekly. So we go to NVIDIA, okay? We're looking at the weekly. We have to update our Pivot Point Pro. We put this now to NVIDIA on both of the bubbles. So NVDA for both of them. That's NVIDIA. It'll update the buys and sells for you. Okay. Okay, so we got our updated buys and sells here. And you have some chop here from May 21 all the way through October of 21. And as long as you stayed on trend and followed the stops, you still would have done okay here. You're going to have some times that it is choppy. But then it gives you the buy right here at the bottom at $11.36. This, of course, is after the split. It was worth more than that at the time. And they wrote it up to $28. So you basically got to almost triple your money there. It told you immediately to get back long from 28 all the way up to 48. So you almost doubled your money again. You traded sideways. It told you to get long right here at 46 all the way up to 92. So you doubled your money again. I mean, this is just if you're not doing options. This is just if you bought NVIDIA and then wrote it up for the $46, how well you do. You double your money, you sell, you wait till it comes back. It tells you get back in. You know you're in a good spot. You get in at 91 and you wrote it all the way up to 140 up here. So another 50% gain. So guys, the indicator crushes. It gets you in and out. It allows you to take profit and understand where the market is turning. It tells you when to get back in. It makes it super simple. I hope you enjoyed seeing other stocks besides just the SPY, because it's absolutely crushing on the swing trading side of things. I really want you to get this. And if you want to be a part of it, there's a link down in the description. Check that out. Okay. Click that link and it will take you right over to where you need to be. It's $59 a month. Think of the Bitcoin and the NVIDIA and the SPY run-ups that we've had. All of those swing trades or take profits, you will pay for this indicator so fast you won't believe it. It is absolutely crushing. $59 a month. And here's the cool part, 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't love it, if it's not for you, if you can't use it the way you want, I'll give you back the $59. If you want to get a discount, we do a 2 months for free here where you get $5.90 for the year. Excellent tool, guys. I really want you to have it. It's helping so many traders understand the market. Okay, now let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And off of this high, we have been talking about this wave 4, and this pattern is starting to look very ugly here. You do have a very choppy pattern, and wave 4s often take this kind of shape. We could still see a spike down. That would be ideal into that 6,000 to 5,950 area, which would be the top of wave 1. Remember, we are dealing in a diagonal. So that would be the more standard scenario, is that we see this continue on down into that 6,000 to 5,950 area before coming higher. And then we'd look for continuation back up toward that 6,300 there. Now, if they do break out directly to the upside through 6,100, then we're looking at a squeeze toward the 6,300 plus area in a more direct manner. So there are a couple ways to look at this. You can look at this as the start of a C wave down, where you have kind of a 1-2 setup and you're looking for continuation, 3, 4, and 5 into that 6,000 area. Or conversely, because it's kind of a way it's setting up here, you also have a 1, 2, 1, 2. And if they do that, then we're going to 6,300 more directly. So I still think 6,300 either way. However, should they come down and continue here through this low made last Tuesday, we would look for them to continue to break down towards that 6,000 area, look for that to be bought, and then look for an ABC back up, because remember, we are in diagonals where the waves are ABCs. So pretty standard here. You break the low from Tuesday, we're down to 5,900 or 5,950 to 6,000. Break the high here from Wednesday, and it's very likely we squeeze through this top and up into that 6,300 more directly. The Fed will likely be the catalyst that drives this. It's just going to be really, is wave 4 done here, or do we need another low into that area? Over on the NASDAQ. Okay, as we've been talking about for quite a while, the NASDAQ needed to outperform the S&P. It did so big again today. The NASDAQ up 1.5%, ES barely up 0.5%, not even up 0.5%. So over 3 to 1, again better on the NASDAQ. Broke out to new highs up into the 22,000 area we've been talking about. We're looking for 22,005 to 23,000 overall. NASDAQ has just been a freight train since it made its low back here in the early part of December, doing a great job following our pattern, our A, B, and C that we've been talking about. If they do stop here, so they can do one of two things at this point, right? The easy part of the NASDAQ is over. They can continue to trade, directly into 22.5 to 23,000, or this can be simply an A wave. You get a bigger B wave pullback in conjunction with the S&P pulling back towards 6,000, and then you get C back up towards 23,000. Again, in either case, I think we're going to 23,000, but first I do think we could see a pullback should the ES fumble. From there, I do think we could see a top type pattern put in and a major pullback off of that level, but we'll need to see support break. Guys, if you love the information I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you right over to the webpage. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans that both come with a 7-day free trial. That's because I want you to get in there, make sure you love it, become part of the trading team, make sure it's for you, and just find out what it's all about before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time, and you literally have nothing to lose by checking us out. We also have our educational material. We have our Elliott Wave for Beginners course, as well as our Advanced Elliott Wave course. These courses are helping traders understand these complex markets and these wave patterns that happen over and over again in the market, how to find the key levels and understand how to trade them. It's really helping our traders make money. In the advanced course, we're going through these exact patterns, these diagonals that you learn in the advanced course, as well as the advanced fib levels, the double and triple threes, the flats, the triangles, the Elliott Wave, and how to trade it. It's something that's really beneficial. You'll understand the market in a whole new way, and it will really help you make sense of all these irrational things that happen. Now, as you can see on our screen, our traders are loving it. But if you're new to Elliott Wave or you're just getting started, we do have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course. This course is helping real traders make real money and finally understand the market in a way that makes sense. It can be so confusing when good news makes the market go down and bad news makes the market go up. And that's because the news doesn't matter. It never has and it never will. The market runs on emotion and key levels, and Elliott knew that long ago. Knowing this gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the market. In this course, we have 25 videos where we go through your introduction, get you introduced to Elliott Wave, get your mindset and emotion right, understand the expectations and the KISS method and why this works. Then we go through your chart setup and tools, every tool you need with Elliott Wave, how and why to use it, and the Elliott Wave for Beginners area where we go through all the waves, all of the different portions of Elliott Wave, such as the corrective depth theory, the pivot, the theory of alternation, all the different things you'll need to know to make sense of this irrational market. Now, the cool thing about these courses is if you want to get them at a discount, you can get both of them together in our bundle pack and get $37 off, so you can go through from beginning to end and understand Elliott Wave fully. If you want to get them for free, simply check out one of our monthly rooms, as they are included in this price. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. A midday video, guys, that is completely worth the price of admission. We go through every stock. We go through its key levels, its counts, where it's at, what to look for. We answer all your questions. We do price action trading, training. We go through all kinds of different training things in there, and that call alone is worth the $49. On top of that, you get the Elliott Wave for Beginners and the Advanced Elliott Wave course. It's an unbelievable deal. You should check it out. Again, nothing to lose by doing so. Now, we do trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing in day trades. We do trade quite often in my room. However, if you are looking for individual stocks, futures trading, income trading, and advanced training, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. And there you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as those individual stocks, futures trading, the income trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that crushes the market to get you in at a cheap price and get you big multiples on your money. How he structures that trade is very unique, so it's something you really need to see to understand. That's another reason for our 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account, trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in our room so we can all make money together. All right, our key takeaways for today. The ES is trailing and it's still trapped in this range. If they are able to break down below this 60.50 area, then we would look to 6,000 to 59.50 in a direct route. If, however, they coil up here and break out to the upside through the high from the 6th, then we're looking at 6,200 pretty quickly and 6,300 overall. This should produce a pretty strong squeeze if they get through that level, so do be prepared for a quick run up when that happens. Guys, that is your market update for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.